Existentialism is a branch of philosophy concerning things such as the human condition and our existence. Why do we exist? And what do we exist to do? Humans are interesting creatures, as we have formed alongside every other on this planet. We formed from the primordial soup that was our earthly abode and evolved to challenge its threats. Modern humans evolved from simians whose brains only focused on breathing, eating, mating, and survival. Our brains have come to an elevated status over the past few thousand years in which the modern age of man has changed from our original state. No longer creations of God as we may claim, as we have evolved past our infancy and continue to move forward. As we move forward, we have innovated past our previous iterations. Our brains no longer focus on just surviving, but thriving. With these new minds, we have traveled the bounds of the planet, touched the stars we once stared at in astonishment, and now make our own life, playing God as we were once the creations of. In all this innovation and advancement, we now just have one thing left to do. Sit. Chair Simulator is a free game that was released May 14th of 2021 by MSCHF Product Studio Incorporated. Remember that studio name because it will be important later. The product page totes it as an interactive chair simulator where you sit down, earn coins, and buy more than 100 chairs to collect. The most interesting thing about its store page, however, is that it is known for having tags such as psychological horror, hentai, and sexual content. Sounds fun. Now to install and boot the game, we're introduced to
Chair Simulator.
On a fresh installation of the game, you will only see the new game option to the right side having the title above it and chairs falling to the left. With no other option besides quitting, you must press new game. First, you must choose your sitter. We have a wide range of options from Laserbeam, Muselk, and Mr. Beast to legends like Cheetles and Bingo Bob. Other characters you can be are 24K Golden, Karina Koff, Dylan Francis, Mr. Sexy Guy, FaZe K and Larvis, Nade Shot, Nico, and Just Myco. For my run, I chose the most famous character, being Bingo Bob, and with your decision picked, you get transported to your new life. You start the game in your room, one of the 2 locations you get to visit in the game. The flat, beige walls lining the 4 sides of your room are largely bare, save for the black and white zebra pattern painting behind your first chair. Next to that is a small green plant on your left. Turning left further, you see your small TV, with the only channel being an ad that promotes Hulu, Disney Plus, and Amazon Prime constantly. The only other item in the room being a small table holding 2 books next to your front door. The windows show promise of an outside world cul-de-sac that you never set foot onto. Going back to your chair, it's your only true purpose as of now. You sit on it to earn coins every second. On the bottom left of the screen, you see your character's avatar and their skill level. The top left shows how many sit coins you have, with the bottom right having your inventory progression, showing the percentage and number of chairs you have. What makes this game interesting is that there's a loose condition. That condition is pain in your ass. The pain in the assometer is the metric in which your ass pain is measured by where you have to balance it while you sit. The first segment of the meter has you gain the regular amount of coins based on the chair and level you are at. The second segment cuts that amount you're earning by half. The last segment, you're losing money until the meter is full, in which you die. Dying leads you to losing any and all progress you had. Continuing through our environment, if you get to look around more, you can walk up to the door and go through. This leads you into the only other location. You're brought to the MSCHF store. This store replicates the design of an IKEA, but instead of dollar rats and funny lamp names, there are only chairs. This store has multiple different selections of chairs, from lawn chairs and Lego chairs to more humane forms of torture like the electric chair. The sprawling blank store is dotted with areas of chairs. You have to buy these chairs to use them. There are only a few ranges of prices, 50, 200, 400, 800, and 1250 coins. The thing about these different levels of chairs is that they have different earning amounts. 50 coins gives you the base amount of coins. The folding chair already in your house falls under that category, which is why you're going to want to save for a better chair. You earn pretty much double with 1250 coin chairs and the minimum with the 50 coin chairs. Now, how much do you make with the other chairs? Who cares? They're not important enough to sit on. Another feature about the chairs is their star ratings. The chair's star ratings are from least comfortable to most comfortable. More expensive chairs allow you to sit longer and have the meter load slower, while other chairs that have quick pain in the assometer will fill up quickly. You go through the game earning coins, getting more chairs, sitting on them, getting more coins, buying new chairs, sitting on them, earning more coins, getting more chairs, sitting on them, earning more sitting on them, earning more coins, getting more chairs, sitting on them, earning more coins, getting more chairs, getting more chairs, sitting on them, earning getting more coins, earning more chairs, sitting on them, getting more new chairs, buying new chairs, sitting on them. This game felt longer than it took. It feels like an experience meant to test the player's patience and attention span. The monotony of this game is incredibly painful, with how everything is blatantly bland. Your TV repeats the same 10-second loop. Your gameplay is the same loop. Everything is meant to make fun of completionists who choose to waste their time on stupid shit like this. The game actively mocks you by doing nothing. There's no feedback, no reward for your actions, just chairs. The developers just do this to play with your mind. It's a social commentary that shows just how mindless video games can be. It's grind the game. Nonetheless, I fell for their trap and found myself staring at the screen, waiting for my bar to get high just so I could stand up just to sit again. I could have done literally anything else, yet for 2 hours of my life, I sat and watched the bar slowly move up and down and then bought more chairs. But there is an end. Getting all 100 chairs leads to this. Okay, this is the last chair in the store. Let's see, does it open up a new area or something, or... Oh, okay. You came, you sat, you conquered. You've warmed countless seats, leaving a deep and indelible impression on each and every one. Well done, Sit Lord. Wait, but that's only 100 chairs, that's 37%. But... What do you mean, but? Sitting has changed you. You look down now at these limbs, at all this sinew and flesh. It seems so excessive, doesn't it? Limbs, flaying, appendages, poorly designed, a bit old-fashioned, outdated. The real you has been trapped here, hasn't it? Here in this prison made of flesh. It's a thought you've entertained before, isn't it? Privately, in dreams. And now, you become chair. Those arms are now perfectly suited to hold other arms, offering a place to rest. These feet are now planted firmly upon a tasteful, upcycled wood floor in a converted loft. Your torso, built for comfort and function, now provides support. Your legs are now a refugee for weary bodies. This is your purpose. This is no simulation. Be chair. It then boots you out to the main screen. Going back, what happened for me is that as I moved around, my progress of chairs went down from 99 to about 50%. Then I thought, why not I just place every chair down? I placed every goddamn chair down, thinking that I would get a separate ending, but nothing. Going back to the Steam page, it says multiple endings. I scoured Steam forums and Google and YouTube for a good 9 minutes and found nothing of a different ending. If anyone watching happens to know, then I'd be glad to pin your comment. But now that we're at the end of the game, why is there more to the video? Well, this game led me down a super weird rabbit hole. So after I finished the game, I was planning on writing the script, so I looked at the Steam page again. I checked the developer and publisher and saw no other games, which is common. Some developers only have one game to their name. But something about this game irked me in a weird way, so I looked up the publishing company MSCHF Project Studio Incorporated. It all sounded too professional just to be a one-off developer. And I was right to think that. This developer is a scam. Sort of. They aren't just game developers, they are the most popular, well-kept secret I have ever seen. I tried looking up more about this company and barely found anything. I went for YouTube and I looked up their brand and found food and style theory videos of all sorts of things. People buying their products and testing them out. All of it looked so interesting, with every video I found being the opposite of the last. From WD-40 cologne to the smallest handbag in the world to shoes that fade to new designs. Okay, yeah, mostly fashion related. But I looked to see their full website and found one. It was jarring, the things that they offered, from comic books to Jesus shoes to a waifu game graphic novel about taxes. which I intend to play at a later date. I couldn't possibly explain this. This game introduced me to a weird and wacky company that I can barely find the documentation of to prove it. This game led me down the weirdest roller coaster I've ever ridden, and it won't stop. Now, I think there's going to be multiple videos down the line going over this company's weird stuff. One focused on the next game they have, and one covering the company as a whole, because I am genuinely curious about this weird-ass company. Wait, this is a video on Chair Simulator. Back to that. This game was annoying, but a good commentary on attention span to me. It's weird and definitely an idea. Now, will you have a seat? Humans are